Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 3 here. And I got kind of a shorter one this week for you. I got the scenery up here, but a quick topic. I'm talking about proficiency. Uh, that's something we all have to have in regardless of what our jobs are, specialty, industry, or whatever we want to call it, we have to be proficient in it. So in your cases, you're going for an MBA, Master's in Business Administration, but that's not necessarily in business, but it's more about in management of be it healthcare, business, or all the other different, industries out there. It's pretty much across the board can apply to anybody because the MBAs are kind of, it's supposed to make you capable and give you the tools to run a business, regardless of what kind of business it is. So those tools, basically, they enable you to apply what you've learned to an application. So like in the courses we've got this particular term are the very difficult, accounting courses, but they're not designed to make you an accountant, but they are designed to make you recognize how to, apply certain knowledge you've gained, so that you recognize and understand how things operate, how be it budgets or whatever the case is. So that comes down to attention to detail and also attention to yourself. But the detail part is, being able to recognize. And I've had some conversations with some of you, and I've mentioned before the analogies I use about like the car. You drive a car, you're not a mechanic, but you know when there's something wrong with it. And so that's your job, to recognize there's something wrong and then get the right person to take care of it. So that's maybe a good analogy for you. There's also balance of life and work. Everybody has two lives. You have your personal life and you have your work life. So, that's part of it, having balancing it and being proficient in both of those. You have to be proficient and you have to, just work on that. And having this degree, getting this MBA means you have a knowledge base of your area of industry. So for an MBA, you have a knowledge base on how to run how to manage a business and lead a business, and regardless of what area that's going to be in, and there are certain expectations out there for that, and one of those expectations is that you're an expert. Um, so that's the other thing, you have to get used to is this expectation of you that people will look at you differently and have a higher expectation from you just based on having a credential of an MBA. And when you go for an interview, you got to make sure that you convey that through your own personal demeanor. When you're sitting across the desk and they're asking you questions, um, there's an assumption that you have the knowledge of the courses you took in an MBA. Again, you're not the car mechanic, but you know there's something wrong with the car. You know how, and you know who to get to do that. That's no different than in a business. Hey, you're running the business, and there's a marketing thing, but you have a marketing person working for you. You have a HR person work for you. You have a logistics person. The accountant. You know to go to them for those different things. So that's the point there is you have to be able to convey that in an interview. And then, so looking at your future proficiencies, okay, you have to become proficient. And the way you're going to do that is to either, if you have bad habits, you're going to have to change them. You can't, if you are on this 1 day a week school thing, instead of doing stuff every day, or you do one thing a week instead of every day, you got to change. That's one of those habits you have to change. So you got to develop your proficiency. You have to learn the materials in all the courses and, just, develop self-confidence and be an expert in the field. All right, so that should do that. And enough of that one. So let's get out of here into the course real quick. And so we're into week 3. So again, discussion's great. Uh, the assignment's good, and some of you been in, we've been doing some one-on-one, some of you. So just we'll keep doing that if you're having problems. Let me see. This week you got 3 chapters. All right. So chapters 10, 11, and 12. And then in the okay, the homeworks. So I guess it's a little break this week because there's just 2 2 Excel sheets this week. All right, so I hope that helps. And if you do have problems or don't understand it, like I said, just get in touch with me. Some of you, a lot of you have been in touch, so no worries there. Just get back in touch. All right, and then with that, that's pretty much it. Don't forget, week 4 the literature review. Don't forget your project. And with that, I will let you go. I'll give you my test question. The grandmen here, what are they doing? And with that, I'm going to get out of here and let you go. So have a great week. If you need anything, just get in touch 7 days a week, and that'll do it. Take care, everybody.